Hello once again and welcome back to another episode of Father and Sundays, the unexplainable guide to absolutely nothing. We are talking superstitions this week because it is our 13th episode.
It is our 13th, so unlucky for some, all you lot listening to it.
Anyway, stick around if you want to hear more. So, superstitions. Well, a topic that has been asked for by a lot of people, wouldn't you say?
Well, it has. We were looking to schedule.
We scheduled in a meeting.
Yeah, we were looking to work out exactly what we were going to be doing, a bit organised, unlike how we've been in the past. And when we got to the 13th episode, we thought, and we both had the same idea at the same time.
Yeah, we did.
But subsequently, we've had people telling us we should do this.
Yeah, we've had a couple of messages saying, you should do superstitions this week. You should do
So here we are.
We're doing superstitions. How superstitious? No, it's not.
That doesn't even work.
Doesn't work,
No.
it? Anyway, well, that kind of... Unless you've got anything else to say...
Is that it then?
Yeah, that's it for the podcast. No, have you got anything else to say just before we get into it?
Not that I can think of, no. You're looking at me as if I should have something to say.
I'm just saying, just in case, if there's anything you want to get off your chest now, before we get into the main bulk of the podcast, speak now, forever hold your peace.
No, I think I'm all right.
Okay, cool. So what I was going to say was, I think first things first, a good topic to cover is what is a superstition?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So, Dad, what is a superstition? I feel like this might be something you might have...
Well, I looked it up, right, because I thought I'd be clever about it. So,
Yeah.
What are even superstitions? It says excessively credulous belief in and reverence for the supernatural. So I had to look it up again, and then I worked out. It said a widely held but irrational belief in supernatural influences, especially as leading to good or bad luck, or a practice based on such a belief. So that makes more sense to me than the first one.
Yeah, it does make sense to me as well. So I mean, we discussed this beforehand, but I've already forgotten the order I said we should do this in.
Well, I think what we were saying was, first of all, have you got any?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You were just thinking that
I was
way.
just thinking
right,
that,
okay.
yeah. So when it comes down to me, I wouldn't say I definitely have any at the moment. In previous life kind of thing, like throughout when you're younger, when you're a bit more oblivious to things and such like that, and easy to follow different things, such as religion or something like that, that controversial.
No, still well clear that.
Anyway, I found like the ghosts thing as well, like how I used to believe in ghosts when I was younger, but growing up, I don't anymore. It's things like that possibly when I was younger I used to do things because people told me, oh yeah, don't do that or do this and stuff like that. For example, like walking under a ladder. I mean, that's just common sense, really, not to walk under a ladder because there's normally someone on the top of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say I so much have any superstitions now, but I probably had some when I was growing up. But there would be more things that have become habits, like, for example, whenever you see someone, giving them a wave, and like specific people, not just anyone. Because
you thought if you didn't wave at them,
it's more like
something would happen?
No, it was more like I did it once, and then every time I went past, I had to do it.
Right, okay, yeah. So I guess that's not so much a superstition as
it
not
becomes
wanting
habit.
to upset them. It's habit, yeah.
Yeah, habit,
Some of these are habit.
some of it upsets you when you don't do it.
Yeah, but no, absolutely.
And that's how something I think might begin to become a superstition, but it never became it for me.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Well, I think I can't really, because it was like a million years ago when I was younger, I probably followed the same sort of lines as my mum and dad. So if they said certain things to me, eat your crust or you won't have curly hair, that didn't work, did it, on either? Or things like that. I wish I hadn't said that. No, so you know, you follow what your parents or your elder siblings tell you. Although I learned not to follow exactly what one of my elder siblings used to tell me. And then you get to a certain age ago, I guess, and you start to pick and choose the ones you want. And there's no doubt about it. I have saluted magpies when there's only one. I mean, I don't even know if that is a thing.
You mentioned that the other day. Sorry, just go slightly off, but you mentioned that the other day, and I felt an urge to salute a magpie when I was sitting in my car on my lunch the other day.
Well, no, it's just
Only 'cause
one
you
of those
mentioned
ridiculous
it
things. I can
on the
remember as
build-up to
well
this.
being in a car full of grown men going to play football, and as we were driving, we saw one magpie, and the person who was driving started up a little song about it, and I wish I could remember what it was. We all sat there looking at him, and he just finished and then carried on talking about what he was before. But, you know, I have done that. I have saluted magpies. And as I say now, if I see a magpie, it's weird. I don't ever salute a magpie now, but when I see a magpie, I always kind of look around for the other magpie. And I cannot say that when I see the other magpie, there's not a tiny little bit of relief about it. Now that's ridiculous because I don't even believe in anything like that, but it does happen. I used to have routines and things. It's usually linked with things like, a lot of it was football, so supporting my football team. If I did something and they won, which was such a rare occasion, then I'd try and repeat that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that
Really
has
quite common in sport, really.
yeah,
isn't
it is. And that got to a ridiculous stage where I think I've told you, where we were playing one evening, it's West Ham, it was my team, playing Liverpool. And, we were near the end of the season, we were battling relegation. I'd been wearing the same woolly hat and we'd started winning, so it looked like we were going to get out of the relegation battle. And we were playing Liverpool that night, and it was a big game, but I wasn't there. And it was in the evening, I was actually sitting in the bath with my woolly hat on, because I thought if I didn't wear it and we lost, and then we lost more games and got relegated, that would be down to me, it would be my fault. How can that possibly be true?
Well, it was that wizard did give you that hat, so
It was a wizard's hat, yeah. It was a magic hat. No, but the fact is, I mean, we did win that night, and but it gets to that point where you start to think. I used to play football, and I always used to put my left boot on first.
I think something about it is, sorry just to kind of butt in, but
No, that's fine.
when it comes down to things, you like to think that you have control over things. I'm not saying you personally, but I mean people as a whole like to think they've got control over things. Some of it links into common sense, like we said with the ladder, common sense. People don't like to walk over drain covers because, I mean, common sense, it might fall down it. There's also those things that when there's something over above you in the road, the signs that say like stuff, people don't like to walk under them. I mean, I guess in the same way, they could break and fall on you. These things kind of make sense. But there's also other things, because you don't have control over certain things. For example, football, you feel like, well, this is the one thing I can do to help. This is the one thing. And it becomes so ingrained that this potentially, it could be down to me. It might be like the Truman Show effect, like thinking everything's going around me. Because we are quite, though we're social beings and we like to do all these different things and be with other people, we also become quite self-absorbed because we only have one visual output, and that's us.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right there, yeah.
But having that feeling of, I might have something that I can do to help here, doesn't stop, and it is just a kind of a
excuse me,
primitive thing.
And it works on both sides of things. I mean, there was stuff that I used to do as a routine because I thought it might get me a positive outcome. And then there's also things like, I can remember I went to, bear with me on this story, but I went to Rhodes with...
the place or outside?
No, the place, the Greek island of Rhodes.
Right.
With my sister, Sue. Hi, Sue.
Susan!
There you go, there's your shout out for this week. And I bought lots of different bits and pieces in the old town there when I brought back. And one of the things I bought was a kind of griffin's head on a piece of stone, right? It wasn't huge, but it looked quite cool, and I thought, oh yeah. So that was on my mantelpiece at home. And when the place that I lived at that particular time, lots of things happened. Right? I got burgled and they smashed up the place. Not funny at all, I fell out the loft.
You say it's not funny, but the other couple of weeks ago we laughed at someone trying to kill you. So
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, when I did it. So, and I'd get locked out on lots of occasions. There was one occasion when I came home from the pub, and I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning and I couldn't move. And I'm not belittling it, but I literally thought I'd had a stroke. But what had happened was the ceiling had collapsed above me and pinned me into the... no word of a lie, pinned me into the duvet, because there had been a leak, and then it had disintegrated. But because I was so drunk, I hadn't woken up. But I couldn't move, right? Now, all these things happen because I didn't fix the roof. Burglaries happen. I'm stupid, and I'd go out the front door and get locked out, blah, 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 all these different things. But then I started thinking it's something to do with the house. It's something to do with that. And a long story short, I buried that griffin head in the garden, right?
Wow.
Because I thought that it was bringing bad luck to my life and my house. And now, when I look back at it, I think that says a lot about what was going on in my life at that time, but not necessarily about bad luck. No. That was about some wiring not quite right.
Yeah.
But you can get to that extreme.
Do you reckon it's still there?
It might be, yeah.
Where was this?
They probably brought it back in, and they probably had all loads of terrible things happen to them. It was just in the back garden.
Like that ceiling you tried to mend yourself falling down.
Yeah, but it's followed. See now, then that can't be true, because it's followed me here, if that's the case, because I've fallen through the roof twice.
You fell through the same part of the ceiling in Becky's room.
Yeah, trying to get something and falling through, and then the second time, once we'd had it plastered, I went through the same bit. So I think it's to do with me rather than anything else.
I think that does.
But that it shows you to what extremes people can be, and you tie that in, and I don't want to go into religion particularly about it, but you tie that in with a religious side of things, then it's really powerful, really strong, because you're talking about good and evil as well when you get to that stage. And I think we'll probably cover bits and pieces like that as we go on.
Yeah.
But it is, I do find it interesting. I do find it interesting that even though to coin a phrase I use in every single one of these things, it's a nonsense, right? The actual bad luck, good luck bit of it is a nonsense. You still do it. I still look at that magpie and look for the other magpie. I might not sing a little song or salute him, but I'm always looking to see where the other one is.
Well, they say about breaking mirrors and that being bad luck, but I think it's just bad luck because now you've got to buy a new mirror.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could go down to IKEA, or big queues.
Having a cat cross your path, or something, black cat cross your path, and now it's just bad luck because we've got a black cat and he's really quite irritating sometimes.
Isn't he annoying?
During this podcast, have you heard him? He's outside that door pulling up the carpet.
I know he is, and I can't get out because we wedge ourselves
right in this room.
No, it's a funny thing, but then as I say, we've all done it. We've all got those things. I think it'd be unusual to find someone who has never sort of done something along those lines, or followed that sort. I mean, as you said, some of them are common sense, but some of them you think. I mean, I see a black cat run across the road in front of me. I think, oh, excellent. Well, what possibly would happen? Nothing.
Well, we've spoken quite a lot now about kind of our superstitions, and I think we've gone quite big into into other superstitions that we've heard of, like another one that's just like the stepping in the cracks kind of thing. Like that always used to be a game for me, just avoid the cracks. Never did it a superstitious way.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, that.
How do you find the whole British? There's a lot of British superstitions, isn't there? A lot of them based on, and a lot of them sound like children's games, because you don't want to do this because you're going to get 7 years bad luck. Don't want to do this because 5 years bad luck. I mean, who puts a time scale on these things? It's like someone who's investigated Bigfoot, that kind of thing. It just
don't go to bed now. Someone will come in and stab you up, that sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah, and like...
Or was that just Basildon?
Yeah, it's just Basildon.
Oh, right, okay.
And if you drink cheese...
Drink cheese?
Yeah, or is it eat Coke? Eat fizzy drinks. I don't know. But one of those gives you nightmares.
Yeah. Both of what you said have given me nightmares already, I think. Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, you talked about broken mirrors. And I don't know... I mean... They say 7 years bad luck. Why 7 years bad luck?
Yeah, I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't. Who quantifies this? Who does the
Well, it must have come from
experimentation?
somewhere, but I looked it up. I can't find out where it originates from. Normally, these things are to do with the devil and whatever, right? But that, you know, 7. It just says
7 isn't
years
that?
down.
Is 7 isn't that the number of God as well? Isn't it 666 devil and then 7 God or something?
What,
like
your
that?
telephone numbers you're talking now?
Yeah, the telephone numbers.
I'll just
yeah.
jot that down then. No, I have no. I don't
Devil's
know.
Hotline.
I don't know.
Completely different.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case or not. But it just doesn't make much sense to me. And then you've got the where are we? Yeah, so seeing magpies. We talked about that.
Yeah.
You know, we see magpies. So 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told. I think that's what it is.
8 for
8 for what? 8 for what?
8 for. I'm just wondering if there's an 8 for.
No, I don't think.
Is
there's
there
an
never
eight.
more than 7 magpies?
Oh, I've seen loads. You know, I've seen tons of them together, but then I guess you just double up. So
Well, it just goes around again.
yeah,
I thought it might carry on going. Like you get a China anniversary and a paper anniversary and a
well, if I've got time, I'll try and think of an 8,
sausage
9th,
roll
and 10th.
anniversary and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But okay, opening an umbrella inside.
Yes, I think again that's just common sense. You're going to knock stuff over.
Well, it is common sense, but it seems to what it's supposed to signify is the raining down of bad luck.
Right.
Again, why? Why, by opening an umbrella in your house, is that going to cause you a problem? You know, apart from it being in the way or making little piles of water on the floor, what on earth is going to happen?
I don't know. Didn't classically in Winnie the Pooh didn't he get on an umbrella and sail it away?
Yeah. So, if anything,
It's gonna be great,
useful.
yeah,
But that
in
was
case there's a
outside,
flood.
so I guess that's okay.
No, because didn't he start indoors?
Oh, was it flooded indoors? Oh, you might
I
be
don't
right. then.
know.
Okay,
Don't
so
even know if it's Winnie the Pooh.
new shoes on the table.
Yeah, that one's always been a strange one because that one actually one probably I did comply with a little bit because you put the shoes on the table and then someone goes, oh, take those off the table, take those off the table.
Well, I seem to remember it was something to do with ones that if you haven't paid for them, and obviously if you've got them on the Never Never, and then you hadn't paid for them yet, you might have paid
Never,
for
never.
a credit card or whatever.
Oh right.
So, but
I think that's an old-fashioned term. I didn't understand.
basically, it came from, in this country, it came from the fact, and I don't know why they did it, but when in the north, right?
That way.
Yeah, that over there,
Oh, I just looked up
in the mining industry,
mining.
when a miner died, which was unfortunately a regular occurrence, they used to place the miner's shoes on the table. And I think on the top of the coffin as well. I don't know why, but by doing that yourself, so if you come in and put
Yeah.
your shoes on the table, it's like, and here's one. This is something that really bugs me these days. Tempting fate. When someone says to me, "Oh, no, don't say that. You'll be tempting fate." Well, how? How on earth is it tempting fate? It's either going to happen or it isn't going to happen. You know, nothing I say is going to make
Yeah.
any difference to it. So anyway, so that's the new shoes one. Getting pooed on by a bird, right?
I think that's just like people want to make it sound. If you get pooed on by a bird and you go, oh, and then someone tries to cheer you up, well, sometimes it's good luck to be pooed on by a bird.
It's supposed to
and I
be
think
really
it's just
good
someone
luck.
just trying to cheer you up. I honestly think that's
I've
just,
been pooed on lots of times, right?
not always by birds either.
No, we're not. Right, but I remember walking back from work to my cursed house, right?
Yeah.
And
I think we should go dig that up.
I had the sort of green Parker thing on that I was wearing. And a few people looked at me a bit funny as I was going past them. I'm thinking, what's the matter? When I got back and took off my jacket, I'd been hit by, I can only assume, some sort of albatross. Because how it didn't knock me to the floor, I do not know. But that wasn't lucky, because it ruined my coat, and I never got that sorted out, and I had to chuck it away.
Yeah, and it's really sad when you get pooed on as well, because you just feel really embarrassed. Well, if you know it's there and it's obviously maybe cold out, so you're not going to take your coat off. So I have in past taken I used to have a zip off hood and took the hood off and stuff like that, or carried the coat the rest of the way home, because you don't want to be seen there. This like in school days when I used to be in school, because that's what I mean by school days. Don't want to be seen wearing this coat with pill.
No, I can imagine you get even more ribbed for that. It's when it hits you on the head or something like that. But it's happened to me loads of times.
Story from someone from my school was looking up and put it in their mouth, didn't they?
Oh no, don't say that. Anyway,
I did. Too late now.
No, you have. Black cats. Now, I thought the thing with a black cat was it crossing your path.
Yeah, I thought that.
And I
Isn't
think it
a
is.
certain direction.
But when I looked it up, if it walks towards you, that's good. If it's walking away from you, that's bad. So good luck if it's walking towards you, bad luck if it's walking away from you.
A lot of our neighbours have black cats, and we have one ourselves, and he goes around in circles. So what does that mean?
Yeah, good, bad, whatever, it's going to even itself out.
If he comes towards me, it's normally bad luck.
I never like it when he's walking away from me. Oh, pencil sharpener. Walking under a ladder, right? Now that apparently come from the fact that it resembled the gallows. So if you're walking under it, it was along the lines of that going back to the hangings and whatever, that could potentially, not that you get hanged, but that you come to a sticky end.
I guess you do run the risk. You do run the risk if someone's hung something off of the edge of the ladder.
Oh yeah, I mean the practical side of the ladder is something anyway, that you get killed by things falling. I often risk my life and limb walking under scaffolding, but
when it comes to ladders,
yeah,
this confuses me. So are they talking about the ladders that go in like a triangle shape fashion? Because how about the ladders that slant up against something? Because we've got a ladder obviously that goes up to the loft, but because it's a loft ladder, it comes down. So if I am behind that ladder, am I underneath the ladder?
I think you're thinking too much into this. The ladders that you would always see if people were trying to depict that bad luck would be the one ladder leaning up against a wall,
or the triangle one.
Well, potentially, but
you just wouldn't walk under that.
You're hardly going to walk underneath it, are you? Because there's usually a couple of little sort of metal brackets that hold it it is.
Don't go moaning about the metal ladder one, because the triangle one, because that's the one I put in this week's cover image.
Oh right, I wish I'd had a look at that more carefully.
Right, you're going to finish that sentence? You're going to struggle?
No, there's something. It's obviously that bad luck coming to me from my old house. Then you got like the 13 itself. Now,
did you ever think we'd get up to episode 13?
I never thought we'd get up to. Will we ever get to episode 14? That's the problem.
15's the big one.
Apparently, I mean,
wink,
13 in this country and around the world, quite a lot of the world, but then other places it's 14. I think in I'm going to say it wrong. I think it's China.
No, you said that correctly. And you said that correctly as well.
Okay, number 4 is really bad luck. I think it might be China, actually. But anyway, 13, it's supposed to be, for instance, it could be Judas was the 13th to sit down at the Last Supper, right? So that is depicted as the bad luck side of that. The Crucifixion was on...
That's only because he wanted to sit at the end so he'd get to the toilet.
Oh, don't sit at the end. I'll come to that a bit later on. Don't sit on the corner. That's why he never got married. Crucifixion. Now, if I'm wrong here, I do apologise. But from what I gather, was that Friday the 13th or was that the 13th? In which case, that was Jason. I'm really wishing I hadn't even brought that up now in case I'm wrong. But yeah, so basically, all around the 13 it can be tied into that side of things anyway. Then you go to, if you think those are ridiculous, then you start looking at things like, for a long time, women, I don't know if men did, but they specifically, when I was reading about it, was talking about women carrying around an acorn, which was supposed to be anti-aging. So they'd carry an acorn in their pocket, or pocket full of acorns, depending on how they looked, I guess.
Yeah.
So men and women would do that to try and anti-age. And keep away... No, it's conkers with spiders. Yeah. I thought that would be a double sort of thing. Keep away spiders and stop yourself getting too old.
Maybe it's the spiders that cause you to age.
Well, yeah, they can do. So that's a weird one. I don't really understand.
No, I don't understand that one.
You know, well, I suppose an acorn. I suppose the actual thing itself, the acorn, is something.
It's quite smooth, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's what grows into this oak. It's the
oaks have got
the
wrinkly
start
edged
of it,
leaves.
The birth of an oak. Huh?
Oak have got wrinkly edged leaves.
Yeah, so perhaps it's the young oak in that form, the acorn. So perhaps that's what it's to do with. But I can't. I mean, how on earth would that be?
Oak's a funny word, isn't it? Oak.
No.
It just sounds like a noise. Oak.
It is a noise. It's a noise that we've made into a word.
Oh.
And the last one I've got here, I mean, there are tons of these, but the last one I've got here was apparently, and I looked at it, and there's a thing around rabbits' feet, right, which is pretty gross in itself, right? But lucky rabbit's foot, not so lucky for the rabbit.
No.
But every month, if you say on the first of the month, rabbit, rabbit, that's supposed to get you get good luck for that month. So
and
every
frog turns
first
up.
of the month, you go rabbit, rabbit,
rabbit.
Yeah. You're supposed to get. That's why Chaz and Dave had so many
rabbit, rabbit, rabbit,
hits,
rabbit,
yeah.
rabbit.
It's done so well, so successful. But yeah, if you say, and I thought lucky rabbit's foot I'd heard of, and I've actually seen. Obviously, people used to have them on their key rings. I don't think people have them now.
Were they real ones?
Some of them would have been, but probably not all of them. But nowadays, people don't tend to do that sort of thing. But all you need to do is say rabbit, rabbit in the morning. Don't say pinch punch first day of the month. Say rabbit, rabbit, and that'll sort you out for the rest of the month.
Nice.
Nice.
So
nice. Yeah. So that's the ones I had for the British superstitions. I think there's also an Irish one around having bells on your wedding dress.
Oh, I thought you were going to say four-leaf clover.
And that's
just
to
a lucky
ward
thing.
off the devil.
Because we all know that the devil's afraid of bells.
Oh, petrified of bells.
It's like venom.
There's something they ate. It's bells. Yeah,
like
and
venom.
milk, apparently. They don't like milk either.
Do they not?
No.
No? Is there more than one devil?
Well, it could be.
Oh, okay.
One of them's buried in my garden.
Why don't you phone him? Because I've given you his phone number now.
No.
You give him a call.
What, 666? Oh, right, no, I won't. See, there you go. I nearly said then, I won't tempt fate.
You did.
And that was a natural thing to do. But, you know, and as I said, I don't believe in that sort of side of things. But
I don't believe in that. So, after all that,
yeah.
and it's gradually getting darker because I've left the blinds open, so we're going to have to sort this out after we've recorded this little bit. But do you feel any more superstitious than you did before? Or do you feel less superstitious?
Right, I'm going to be honest. I feel slightly nervous that I've mocked it so much. Now, that in itself is ridiculous, but it can't be true. It cannot. And even saying this is making me feel funny about saying it. But how on earth can it possibly be true? Things don't work like that. Things is like a cause and effect to stuff. You can make things happen. And that's the problem with these things, is that people will say, I'm using this and, you know, like the lucky rabbit foot, right? I've got a lucky rabbit foot. Oh, I found a £5 note on the floor today. That's my lucky rabbit foot. You know, I got pooped on by a bald eagle today, and you know, 3 hours later, someone delivered to the wrong house like a takeaway, and I'm quids in. It's nothing to do with the bald eagle. It's nothing to do with the rabbit's foot. It just happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens in life.
I think after all of this, I don't feel any more superstitious. When it comes to things, and like I said previously, it's just people want to be able to believe, because there's not many things in life you can control. There's only a handful of things you control, and people want to feel like they can control a bit more. So by people having these kind of beliefs and stuff like that, and I've said it before with other things, if it gives someone a way that they're going to find life that little bit easier to go through and control and stuff like that, if they feel like they've got a bit more control, then fair enough. If they feel like they need to do something before a football game, then albeit to them, as long as it's not interrupting someone else or causing
There's
pain to someone else.
routines. There
and
are
stuff like-
routines. That's slightly different, I say.
After all that, I'm not any more superstitious than what I was. However, I will go away and I will be saying rabbit, rabbit a lot more, but that's just because I quite like it.
I'll dig out my old Chaz and Dave.
Rabbit,
I've got
rabbit,
that on
rabbit.
7-inch.
Yeah?
That's long player.
Long,
Not long player, sorry. That's a
That's
7-inch
a
single.
video player, isn't it? Long player.
No, long player is like the albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was it referred to with videos? They
Oh
pop
no,
up
it
with-
is long player, and
okay.
when you can get it and you record it and it gets more. What are we talking
I
about?
don't know what we're talking about.
Right, okay. Yep, so we've done that one then, that's great.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Rabbit, rabbit.
If you go camping or driving in your car, on a picnic or drinking at some bar, you might get peckish, but you're always on the go. Reach for the snack that will meet your needs, a spicy toe.
Spicy toes by a packet that lasts forever because no bugger will eat them.
Game time.
Rabbit, rabbit. So, this week, you've prepped something for us again, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yes. When I've been looking at this, all this area around superstitions, if I thought the British superstitions were something, when you start to look around the world, they go absolutely bonkers. So I thought, what better way to show it to you, Connor, but to take you on a journey round the world.
Whoa.
So with that in mind, play my sting.
We're going round the world with father and son. We've packed our spare pants, so it better be fun. This week is superstition, so sit down, shut up and listen. Round the world with father and son.
Whoa, what a sting that was. So futuristic, it's like it hasn't even been written yet.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? But it's one of the best, I think.
Yeah.
Let's put a bit of pressure on
Yes,
it.
put loads of pressure on.
Anyway, right, have you got all your stuff
Anyway.
together?
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Oh, have you packed?
Well, I'm in my bedroom, so I can grab some things quickly
Yeah,
if you
we'll
want.
grab some things. Grab your toothbrush.
There's a
and
single sock
spare
here
pair
because
of-
the other one's on my microphone.
Yeah, a spare pair of pants.
There's
And
a pair of pants
and
there.
all the rest of it. Get everything you need because we're on
Should I
our
bring
way
my
now.
Switch?
If you want to, although you might have to. I don't know if you can use that on the plane. Can you use it on the plane?
Yeah, you can. Just turn it on airplane mode.
So look, we're at the airport, right?
Oh, wow, that was quick.
Yeah, well, everything's going to be quick in this.
Wow, that's good, isn't it?
It will need to be. Anyway, so we're at the airport. We're going to take a flight.
Hang
Where
on,
do you
should
think
we-
we're going?
Should we get a drink at the bar first?
Oh, we could get a drink, yeah.
What have
What do
you
you
got?
want?
Apple juice is the only thing they've got.
Apple juice, yeah. All right, okay. I'll have a recycled wee-wee, please.
Yeah,
Because I'm
all
really
right.
locked into them now since the space episode and the
Yeah.
other one that I drunk it on. That I can't remember which one it is. Anyway, no. So, yeah, no, cheers.
Is that? Hang on, is that the time for our
calling-
flight?
Yeah,
is
they're
that
calling
cool?
us now, right. Okay, better get on the plane.
Yeah.
Right,
We got on that plane quick.
Incidentally, right, well, as we sit here, buckle up. Incidentally, did you know that planes are very superstitious places as well? It's like more likely the pilots are the superstitious
Not the
ones.
actual plane.
The planes are not bothered. Planes couldn't give a monkeys. But the pilots are something different. Apparently, it's bad luck to talk about plane crashes. Which, you know...
I get that, actually.
Yeah, you know, it's the sort of worst thing that can happen, and
Yeah.
you know, perhaps
Well-
and it goes back to this tempting fate business and that.
They
so
could run out of,
hopefully-
like, the chicken.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, they're up the front there. That's where they drive the plane from, right?
Not pilot it, they drive
they
it.
pilot it from here. That's they're hopefully not talking about things like that. Talking about other things, because you don't talk about things. I mean,
Casualty.
that's why postmen never talk about paper cuts.
Yeah.
Because it's like the worst. So
Why are you
just
talking
avoid-
about paper cuts?
I'm not
That's
a
really
postman
bad
at the
luck.
moment. No.
Oh, right. Is
Right.
it? not anymore.
No, I've not got my uniform on, so I'm not
It's the
posting.
weekend. Right.
Apparently, it's really bad luck to chew gum and then stick it to the wings.
Yeah.
That's an actual thing.
Because
that
otherwise
they've
it
got.
might get stuck the wrong way, and then you just be like
Yeah,
elasticated.
just keep coming back.
Yeah.
That's what some of the delays are, I think.
Yeah.
And never touch the nose of the plane.
I can't reach that high.
No, well, apparently pilots are not. They're allowed to tickle the undercarriage, but they're not allowed to touch the nose of the plane, right? Boop. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Just go boop. Anyway, I think we're landing now. I think our first destination is France. Ooh la la.
Ooh la
Bonjour,
la.
monsieur. So what we need to do, we're going to head towards the cafe, right, and get a couple of
Beveraginos.
Teo Lays, s'il vous plaît. Right. So, did you pick up the baguette and the bread and that? Have you just
I've got a part-back roll.
part-way roll? If you can put it down on the table there.
All right, yep.
Oh, no, don't put it
Whoa.
that way round. Don't
Sorry.
put a baguette upside down on a table, Connor.
I put it
'cause that's the
facing straight
first
upwards.
rule. Yes, that's the first rule of it, because that will bring famine on your family.
Hang on, upside down and...
So just move that baguette, like that pot back roll, slightly. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, right, and also, I can smell something. Have you trod in poo?
I may have done that. I think a bird pooed and I'd trodden it.
All right. Which foot did you put in it?
My right foot.
Your right foot. Ooh la la, Connor.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. That's bad luck. If you'd have trod in your left, or with it in your left, if you trodden in it.
Sorry, we should try this bit again.
That's that curse. If you'd trodden in it with your left foot, it was good
Really
luck.
struggling.
I still can't talk, can I? But you've trodden it in your right foot with your
With
right
my
foot.
right foot,
It's rendered me like I cannot string a sentence together.
No, you
That's
can't,
the
can
bad
you?
luck that's happened. You've brought it on me.
I'm so sorry.
Right, we're gonna.
I'm just going to leave this shoe here.
Yeah, you leave the shoe there.
Right, I just got these. But
Right.
Yeah.
What I want you to do. We've got to get that cat. You see that cat over there?
Yeah, I see it.
Or I can't remember what a cat is in
Le Chat.
the chat. I've already talked about that.
We bleed that out in the last
Don't
episode.
tread in that. Don't tread on that chat. Pick up that cat. How are we going to get, right? We need to get over there, right? And there's a stream running across. How are we going to get that cat over there?
Throw it.
Good idea. That's a good idea, because you don't ever want to carry a cat across a stream.
I mean,
Right.
that is... Yeah, I
No,
agree.
not in France, because it's terrible bad luck.
I wouldn't do that anywhere.
No? Well, don't.
Good.
Because, we've already... I can't speak. You've thrown a cat. You've got poo on one of your feet.
No, I left the shoe. I left the shoe behind.
And the part back roll, we've had to leave there as well. Anyway, look, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
leave,
Right,
leave.
let's get on our bikes.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, because
Hang
it's
on,
easier for
sorry.
us to cycle.
I've got a bit of a fire problem. It's, yep.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, it just aches a little bit.
Oh, we're heading into Italy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love Italy. Beautiful
Oh,
place.
someone's knocked that tower over a little bit.
It has, yeah. Right, do you fancy a little bit of a siesta? I know Italy won't particularly have that's a Spain as a sort of thing, but do you want to have a little rest?
Yeah.
Because you're quite...
Yeah. Do you not know
Have a fall
the
asleep.
Italian word for rest, by the way?
No, have a sleep. I should have done a little bit of research on
should
the
have done.
languages. That'd have been better. So have a little sleep there.
Oh, right.
Not that
Whoa.
direction, though.
Whoa.
What are you laying down like that for?
I would just...
You never sleep with your feet towards the door, Connor.
Oh, we were outside.
I know, but there's a door behind me.
Oh, right,
You'll
yeah.
have a horrible death.
Oh.
Do you know nothing? Do you not read these
Do
customs?
you know
books?
nothing?
You know nothing? Right. Unbelievable. Right.
Sorry.
We'll go inside. Let's go inside. Right. There's a nice little villa.
Yeah.
We're going there. That's all right. What is that?
It's my Tamagotchi.
No, I'm not talking about the Tamagotchi.
Oh.
I'm talking about the owl you've got in the corner there.
Oh. It's Derek. Derek the owl.
Wait, what? I can't.
I named him after a book.
Do not have owls in your house.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
There's going to be a death in the family, and I'm related to you. I'm really worried.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Get that. Let that owl out. Go
Okay.
on, free it.
Off it goes.
Right, and it smells a bit in here as well.
It's caught the cat.
Can you get rid of the smell? How can you get rid of the smell?
I should open the window.
Well,
Off the
I don't know
door?
if that's going to do that.
Turn on the fan.
Whatever you do, don't light a candle up.
Oh,
Don't you dare.
I've already lit the match.
Blow it out quickly. Lighting a candle is just going to jinx you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the undead will rise.
Oh.
It's unbelievable.
Isn't that just everyone?
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, all the dead, yeah.
No, because we're not dead. We're undead.
We're undead. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, oh, it might not be so bad. Light it up again. Oh, dear. Oh, right, look. Okay, so just shift yourself round,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So you're not facing the door.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But take your hat off, because you're not going to go to sleep with your hat on.
No, I'll take that off. Yeah.
Don't put it on the bed, though.
Whoa!
Don't put it on the bed.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God, we're doomed with years of bad luck because of that now.
How many?
This is
7?
This has not been a good trip.
It's not been a good trip.
I've not enjoyed Italy. I love Italy, and I've not enjoyed this
Should we go
trip.
somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, look, let's head out then. Yeah. Oh dear. Right. Did you see? There's a funeral car. There's a couple
Yep.
of funeral cars coming along.
Yep.
Right. What are you doing?
Public urination?
Is there it's an empty hearse. They're obviously going to pick up. Don't look in it, Connor. Don't look in it.
How did you know it was empty?
I can see there's no flowers. Oh, Connor. What you?
Chameleon.
Do you know? You know what you're supposed to do if you see an empty hearse?
Yes.
You're supposed to grab your genitals.
What?
You're supposed to grab your genitals.
I was doing public urination just before this.
Well, no, I don't know. I'm hoping that's going to be enough, because if you don't,
I'm sorry.
your genitals.
Grab my genitals.
you will fill the coffin that's empty in that hearse.
I kind of want to go to Italy and just see a hearse.
Right, okay,
We're in
I think
Italy.
we better
Sorry,
get-
we're in Italy.
We better get on your bike, quick.
Oh, I'm on
Let's
my
go.
bike.
Right, we're off to
This leg
Spain
thing.
now. Español. Hola.
Hola.
Oh dear. So I'll tell you what. Look, nothing bad can happen to us here. Oh dear.
Yeah.
You picked up a nasty cough
I
from
think I
Italy.
picked up an Aussie cup from Italy.
Oh, that's because you didn't grab your genitals. We're just having a relaxing time. We're getting towards the end of the year now. We've been travelling for so long.
Wow.
now, yeah.
Last I looked, it was April.
Yeah, I know. So head into that pub, English
what-
pub in Spain,
Yeah.
because I can't remember what it's called.
Right,
Whoa,
Shall I-
whoa! What do you think you're doing?
I was about to ask if you want a drink.
What foot did you enter that pub in?
My left foot.
Oh, my God, Connor. It's bad luck to enter a room with your left foot.
Well, I did my
in
left
Spain.
foot because I'd left my other shoe in France.
Well, I'm just hoping I'm just hoping this is not gonna. This is terrible. This is turning out to be the worst holiday I've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm never gonna travel around Europe with you again.
So sorry.
All right. Anyway, so we're near to New Year's Eve now. I think I can hear them bells chiming. What are you gonna do? You gonna?
I'm gonna kiss someone.
No, you don't kiss anybody. What are you doing kissing someone? You don't want to kiss someone. You want to eat some grapes. That's what you want to
yeah.
do.
That's actually a
Eat 12 grapes.
Colombian thing as well.
Is it?
Yeah. Spanish actually makes sense.
Let's eat these grapes, and I think we better get out of Europe. Let's get on a train. Let's go to Asia. Let's see what Asia's got in store
This
for us.
train is fast.
It is a fast train.
Yeah.
Like some nuts?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Well, I'll go up to the.
Didn't even get that pint in that Spanish-English bar.
Oh well, that was your fault, not mine. I'll
guess
go
it was
up to
just
the
bad
buffet
luck.
cart and get you
Yeah.
some nuts. Right, okay.
Thanks. These nuts?
Yep, that's fine. Just grab it. In case there's a coffin in there.
No, if there isn't a coffin on the train.
Oh, dear, right. Oh, we've arrived in the Philippines.
All right, yes.
Pretty horrible out there, though. Bit stormy. Can you hear that storm?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Little bit of rain.
You're going to put your jacket on?
Yes, yes.
Not the red one.
Oh, sorry.
Don't wear a red jacket in the Philippines in a thunderstorm, Connor. Do you know nothing?
Apparently so.
You're going to attract lightning.
And balls.
Yeah, and balls. Yeah, you're going to attract lightning and balls. Two worst things that you could possibly do.
Put them together with that nose ring and...
Oh man.
I'm so sorry.
We're lucky to get out of here alive. Right, let's... I'll tell you what. The reason I wanted to come here is a friend of mine... who's a friend of Will Young from the tribute act. Well, he knows someone who knows someone, but we've got to go to a funeral here, so
there's a lot of death going on.
There is, unfortunately. There's a lot of you know, you're born
walking under ladders.
Yeah, these things happened. But you know, it's a quick. They've already done it. We've just come to the end of that funeral. What do you want to do? Do you want to go straight home, or should we go to the wake?
I think I fancy a snack, so I think we should go to the wake.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Because if you go straight home, those bad spirits are going to follow you home. So you need to go somewhere before you go home. So if they're following you,
they get distracted by the snacks at the wake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Right. Let's
That's
move
the
on.
First good step I've made this trip.
Yeah, I think you're starting to learn. Let's see if you carry on with this learning. Right. We're going to head just through to Japan. It's surprisingly close to
it
the
is
Philippines.
very close. Oh, one step over.
Yep. Okay, yeah. Right.
Even though it's an island, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, again, I can't believe, you know, we've arrived in Japan. We've got to make our way to our place to have a bit of a rest, our hotel.
Yeah. I mean...
well, the only problem is...
But there's a lot of hotels on this trip and we've not stayed anywhere for that long.
No, well, we can't because of the things you keep doing.
Yeah.
Right, so the only problem is our journey to the hotel, we've got to walk past the graveyard.
Right, okay.
So, you know what you better hide as we walk past the graveyard?
My genitals?
Well, yeah, that would be a good idea. Anything else?
My phone.
So close, it's your thumbs.
Oh, my thumbs.
You've got to hide your thumbs while passing the graveyard because it protects
my
you. From,
thumbs.
so you've got to tuck your thumbs in.
Where do I tuck them?
In your pockets.
Oh.
Yeah. With the rest of your hand, you don't have to just put your thumbs in, but
unless I'm being a cowboy.
Expose your thumbs while walking past the graveyard in Japan if you know what's good for you. Right, let's just get in the hotel, right? You're going to get ready to bed because this is tiring.
Yeah, it's been a long day, isn't it? Yeah.
It's tiring for us. It's tiring for the people listening to it, I'd imagine as well. So you're going to do your little routine of...
Yep.
What are you doing?
I was just taking my trousers down.
Yeah? What you got there? You're not cutting your nails, are you?
Well, yeah, I think they were getting a little bit long and...
Oh, you can't... Oh, mate. You can't cut your nails after dark in Japan.
Why?
No, premature death.
Oh.
I don't know if it's because it's dark and you can't see.
Does this cancel out all the other deaths that I've had?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not looking good for you.
No,
you better say rabbit a lot.
Rabbit.
Okay, look. Leave your nails as they are, right?
I've done most of them. I've
just lay down there. Not with your head facing north.
Oh.
Facing south,
as
not
in
north.
North as in Kim Kardashian's kid, or?
I don't know what
that's
Kardashian's kid's doing in a hotel room with you in Japan.
All right.
But just avoid sleeping with your head facing north, whatever you do. Right?
All right, yeah.
Do you have a good sleep?
Yes.
All
yes.
Right. On to Korea.
Morning. Which Korea?
Both Koreas.
Wow.
We're living in a time where everybody's good. Everybody likes each other, right?
Well, I tell you
that
what.
And the fact I can't remember whether it was North Korea or South Korea.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, this room is no good for a start because I can't sleep in a room with a fan. Because
I am a big fan of you, though.
Huh?
I'm a big fan of you.
Oh, you're a
I
big
really like
fan.
the podcast. It's really good. Can I get you
You don't sleep in a room with a fan because of fan death. Did you know that?
Fan diff.
In Korea? There's a thing. If you're going to have a room with a fan, you've got to have all the windows open as well. Otherwise, you'll die of fan death.
Right.
Yeah. But, anyway. Have
Just
you
in
seen
case
that-
it flies off. And
Have you seen that woman over there?
What's she doing in my room?
Yeah, well, she's eating. She's eating off a buffet in the corner. I don't know
Oh.
what that was there for, but she looks heavily pregnant.
She does, doesn't she?
I'll tell you what, she shouldn't be eating asymmetrical food, though. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Imagine how ugly her baby's going to be. Because you know that's what happens, don't you?
Yeah, one big
If
ear.
pregnant women in Korea eat asymmetrical food, they have ugly babies.
Oh, my God.
Oh, mate, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out.
Let's,
Before she gives birth and I'm sick.
Oh, don't. Let's get a boat. Let's get a boat to Africa.
What kind of boat?
Oh, any sort of boat. Whatever you've got.
Whatever I've got.
Just have a look.
Through the
I
sound
don't want to
library.
commit to a certain sort of boat and then we
Then
look
we-
stupid.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, but it's got to have a name, though, this boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to name it now?
You can name it now.
HMS Bumfluff.
Fluff. That's okay. As long as it don't end with an A and it's got a name.
Oh, I had a
Then we're
silent
all right.
A on the end.
Fluffer.
Yeah.
Unless it's Titanic, and that's pretty. Don't get on a boat called that. Oh, that's all right. So that's okay. Let's head on. Let's get to Nigeria, whatever we do. Don't kiss that baby.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Are you kissing that baby on the lips?
Yes.
Oh, you have done it now. That baby is going to turn into a young man who's going to turn into an adult, and they're going to drool for the rest of their life because you've kissed them on the lips.
Oh my God, I'm
Anyway, let's
so
go,
sorry,
let's go,
but
let's go.
at least they won't be the new Hitler.
No, they won't be the new Hitler, but well, God knows what's going to happen to him. Right, let's get on to Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big pyramid there. See
Yeah.
the pyramid sphinx.
Oh, hang on. Oh.
What?
Lots. Avoid those. Is that owl you let out of the room?
Yeah.
Oh, avoid that.
It's a
'cause
homing
that's
owl.
bad omens as well. And put those scissors down.
I've been carrying these just in case I need to
You
cut.
never carry
Sorry.
scissors like that. Not in Egypt. You don't play with scissors in Egypt. You don't play with scissors anywhere, but especially not in Egypt. Let's get that. I'm bored with it. Let's get a Rwanda, right?
Yeah, alright,
Yeah?
it's just over there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, have you seen all those women sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I reckon they've been eating goat's meat.
Oh,
Because
what?
you know what they say in Rwanda?
Classic.
Women should not eat goat's meat, otherwise they get facial hair.
Yep.
That's why all those
Goatees.
young women have got beards over there and
Yeah,
tashes.
but I've got a beard as well, so.
Yeah, but you're a man. I think the men in Rwanda can eat goat's meat, but the women can't because they get these big beards.
And then it's like Velcro, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It
And
is.
then they're just
Oh, you know, it's too hot here anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it too hot? Yeah,
It's a bit
it's
hot.
Not, it's not how I expected
Need
it
to
to
cool
be.
off a bit.
I've organised a hot air balloon.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
What noise does a hot air balloon make?
It makes the sort of noise a hot air balloon makes.
Oh, I think I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's head to America or the Americas. Let's not be specific about it.
Yeah, we don't want to be too specific.
No, right, okay. Put that bow and arrow down.
Oh, right,
You
okay.
never take a bow and arrow up into a balloon.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah? And you can put that cigar out while you're at it. And get rid of those owls, for God's sake. Right, okay. So, we've landed in Canada.
All right.
We'll have a look. You know, I keep seeing pregnant women here. I heard that woman over there. Did you hear that bloke saying to her that she can't have fish?
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
It's strange, isn't
Because
it?
everybody knows that in Canada, if an expectant mother craves the taste of fish, she should eat fish. Because if she doesn't eat fish,
Gets very angry.
she'll have a fish head baby.
Oh, yes, mermaid.
Well, worse than a mermaid, just a fish head.
No, just...
Fish head baby. I
Quarter
don't know how many
fish.
there are in Canada, but it's a big problem.
It's a big problem. I've
It's a
noticed a
big
lot of
problem.
fish-headed people.
Fish-head babies all over the place in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear. Let's get on this sled with these dogs.
Yeah.
Let's head down.
Have you ever driven one of these before? Do you drive them?
I don't do anything. I'm just going to sit on the back with this big, massive, great Parker on.
Shall I drive it?
Yeah, you go for it. Mush.
Whoosh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's the noise I make when I'm driving dogs.
Have we reached Mexico yet?
Yes, I think we're now on sand on this sledge now.
Yeah, okay. We'll have a little look here now. You going to buy anything?
Yeah, I quite like that over there.
What, the mirror?
Yeah.
How many of them are you going to get?
3?
Don't buy. I hope you're not going to put them opposite each other.
Yeah, I like the Infinity Room vibe.
That is the gateway to hell. That's where the devil can find you. Never put mirrors up opposite each other.
Oh, what if I have 3 though?
3?
Not all of them are opposite each other.
No. Well, even 2 of them are opposite each other. We don't need none of that. Oh, okay. Brazil. Don't let that... Is that your wallet?
Oh, yeah.
Don't drop it on the floor.
Well, I
You'll
didn't
end
do it
up
on
penniless.
purpose, did I?
Well, you'll get nicked, but you'll end up penniless. We haven't got any money anyway. We spent it on all this trip.
Yeah, I know.
That
It's
hot
been
air balloon
expensive,
ride was really expensive. All right, I've had enough.
You pay me back for this?
No. Let's just head back.
Oh, right, okay. How are we heading back?
Oh, well, we'll catch a plane. I'm fed up with this. So while we're on there, we can have a little chat. So, So, did you know some of the other things? We've gone to... I'm fed up with travelling with you, but did you know some of the other bits and pieces that are around the world?
I heard Antarctica's down south.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you know you shouldn't say happy birthday early in Russia?
As in early in the day or before?
Before the birthday.
Oh.
Terrible,
Isn't it
now.
always before the birthday, before the next?
No. You should wait until it's their birthday and then say happy birthday.
What if you say it the
happy
day after?
Birthday before? I don't know. I don't know that information. But if you say it before,
Right.
terrible, terrible things will happen. Don't whistle indoors in Lithuania.
Yeah.
What happens if you whistle indoors? My God. Anything can happen if you whistle indoors in Lithuania.
Well, yes. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. If you're going to knit, Connor,
Yes.
if you're going to pick up your knitting needles and knit, don't do it outside in Iceland.
Right.
It prolongs the winter. It makes their winter endless.
Luckily, I'm knitting a hat for the winter.
Well, you might well do, but do it inside. Save yourself a lot of bother. Have you got a yo-yo?
Yes.
Don't go to Syria.
Oh, sorry.
Don't you use a yo-yo in Syria
Wasn't
because it
planning to
causes
anyway.
a drought.
Right.
For some inexplicable reason, it causes a drought.
Are they
You're having your
banned
hair
in
cut.
Syria?
If you go to India, you'd have your hair cut in India, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
What day would you have it done on?
Wednesday.
Oh, thank God for that. Don't have it done on Tuesday.
Right.
Bad. I don't know if that's a bad haircut on Tuesday or it's just generally bad that you have your hair, if you have your hair cut on the Tuesday.
It's a bad hair day.
Yeah. Ever been to Turkey?
No, not yet. No.
No? Don't jump over a small child in Turkey.
Oh, no, I would never do that in Turkey. I only do that in Greece.
Yeah. I think you're all right in Greece, but you do that in Turkey, it'll curse them. It'll curse them, and they'll curse you. And also, no hubba bubba after dark in Turkey.
Right.
Because hubba bubba after dark in Turkey becomes the flesh of the dead. Don't touch it.
Right.
Right, and in Hungary, and we talked about this a bit earlier on, don't sit at the corner of a table in Hungary. Because you'll never marry. That'll be it. Everything will go south. And also,
Like
and the
Antarctica.
last one here, is don't sing at the table in the Netherlands. Because you're singing to the devil. I would say, unless you're singing happy birthday on the day of the birthday, don't sing it before someone's birthday. But unless you're singing happy birthday, don't sing at a table in a restaurant anyway. It's just annoying anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Hope you feel like, you're a little bit more informed. You can go to these places without faux pas. And this is all a load of old...
Right, so after that rather long game, it was fun. It was really fun. It was quite long, but I just hope people consider themselves lucky that it wasn't the entire trip. It was quite a quick trip.
Don't patronise me. I did cut out some of the continents. Yep.
You didn't include Australia.
Yeah. No, or the
Antarctica.
Yeah, that was all.
You did put both the Americas together, though. So
I did.
Fair play. You didn't do every single one in Europe.
Yeah, no, I do apologise if it went on for long, but I don't care really.
But anyway, I think we're near enough wrapping it up for this week. Isn't that right?
That's it.
Yeah. So just a normal ramble at the end of the podcast.
Where you go?
Right. So we've got all.
Do I need to hold my breath for this?
Yeah. Actually, if you can hold your breath and.
I'm not whistling because it's bad luck.
Oh right. Okay. If you could,
I can't hold my breath and whistle anyway.
No, you can't. If you could try and go cross-eyed whilst I do this.
Okay.
And then okay.
Go for it.
Right. So, as everyone knows now, because you're all really loving the podcast, we have multiple different social medias. I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch you go cross-eyed. We've got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you can follow those, share those if you want to, but that would be great. We also got a YouTube channel. You can subscribe to that as well. We've got multiple different podcast platforms. You can watch us on almost all of them. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, whatever. Check those out. Subscribe to those if you haven't already. But yeah, have you gone cross-eyed yet, Dad?
I think so.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it from me. Have you got anything else to say then, Dad?
No, nothing at all. Thanks everybody and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.